Creatively, I think it's better. And I think the one thing that I like most about making live content, and maybe you guys are starting to appreciate this more, is that when you're done, you turn the stream off, you're done.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
I mean, that's just me doing Trash Taste and every other kind of content. I have grown very jealous for you guys to be able to like turn on a camera, go to a filming session, and like having like a block in your calendar that is like, okay, after the camera's off, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, there's that obviously, but I was really getting tired of the post-production aspect of it.
Oh yeah,
and having to deal with, if we film somewhere, you know, maybe they want to have the look at the video and they want to change a ton of things that are really minute and don't matter, but they care about it for some reason.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're like, okay, well,
that's
now,
why I don't do videos that warrant.
Yeah, bro, like
it's tough. I feel that I was just getting really burnt out with the post-production in Japan and having to go through the videos and make them good. And I just didn't have a talent for it. Like, I would talk to Chris, and Chris would sometimes be like, man, that video was bad. And I was like, I know it's bad, but I don't know how the fuck to make it better. I'm shit at this. Like, this video was tough, and I think I would need to be better at what I do. And I think I've gotten a lot better now, but I was really like not good at it for a very long time. And I still don't think I'm good, but I'm getting better. And I just don't enjoy it as much. So I get so much more excited about an idea when it's live. You know?
Yeah.
So I just kind of lean towards that now.
Yeah, I mean, your personality is definitely like garnered towards that. Like for me, I've really, really fucking missed scripted content after I've been doing like live streams and like second channel and Trash Taste and stuff.
You can tell such different stories.
Yeah. But then I'm like, I sit down and like, what I don't miss is waking up some days and I'm like, I'm going to get X amount of words done in my scripts. And you wake up and you get the sentence done and you're like, fuck, today was a write-off. You know, today was a write-off. Because like some days you wake up and you're like, I am writing like a fucking machine. And some days you wake up and you're like, I cannot think of anything.
That's what I like about streaming, right? Like, even if it's like,
that's what I like about it as well.
I'll do a 13-hour stream and I'll feel like, fuck, I went through the fucking gauntlet. But at least I could have, like, I didn't fucking procrastinate a day away. Yeah. Which I easily could do when I was a YouTuber mainly. Yeah. You know, because the one benefit I liked is that I used to upload weekly, but I used to be able to make, I used to be able to make like a month's worth of videos, and like, if I really wanted to, I could make it in like a week and a half.
Right. Oh no,
like some serious grinding. Yeah. And then I kind of disappear and no one knew. Yeah. And I kind of like that. But also I realized that I was also creatively, I was not improving as a creator because I wasn't taking that time to really focus on how to improve my content and how to become a better creator.
Yeah. Like I've definitely felt that with my second channel where I'm like, I am a month and a half ahead. And I've done that just by being live, and I'm like, it feels good to shut off the stream and be like, my job is done. But then I kind of miss, the crunch. For a long time I've missed the scripted content, and I was like making different kinds of content, and I'm like, I can do this for a certain amount of time. Well, but then after a while, I'm like, my mind goes to like mush, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Well, every year I get ahead a little bit on the second channel because I normally stream more than I would do, and I like to stream content stuff. And we get ahead on the second channel. I'm like, Ruden, it's December. Load every day, every other day. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, let's do it. Let's get the ad rev. So we upload, and because I also want, it's a lot of work, but I also want. I want, because we share the money, so I want to move down to this boys to get paid well as well. I was like, let's just go ham in December. Let's go crazy. And then we end up in January with like one video. He's like, Connor, we need more videos right now. And I'm like, I'm away for 2 weeks. I'm like, I'll think of something. And so we're scrambling. But it's nice because you're never too far behind the videos.
Oh,
I got to ask, how did you guys learn how to like manage people? Because like I've realized, like, because I work closely with my editor, Alan, and a lot of other people, like, my like corporate experience was like so fucking valuable for me to be like, okay, there's a structured like system to like manage someone and kind of like communicate.
I think for me, because I've hired a lot more people now doing various stuff. I think we're at that point now with work in general where I know what I need them to do for it to make sense for me to keep hiring them. Yeah. Right? So I have a set amount of things I need them to do. And if they do it, I don't give a fuck if they slack off for 10 hours or they don't work 1 week.
Yeah.
As long as in that month, everything I care about that gets done. Yeah. And so you know, I'm just frank with them. I tell a lot of my employees that I work with, I'm like, hey, I don't give a fuck what you do. As long as what I ask you to do gets done, and I'll never be unreasonable.
Anti-Japanese sentiment.
Pretty much. Hey, you can
Western sentiment.
You can go and play TFT or OSU for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
As long as in those, you cram in those 4 hours and you get the thing done and it's done well.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty chill. Like I whether it's a good or a bad thing, I don't know. I think it works well with some people. It doesn't work well with others.
Yeah.
Because I can't be there to like, I don't have a manager who's working with me. It's just me. I hire people and I work with them because I like to have that relationship. But I don't have the ability to be hands-on every single day, and I'm not going to have a meeting every week. Like I'm just like, I'll leave you to it. You do your thing. Here's what I'm going to ask for, and I'll keep spamming you about stuff.
Yeah.
And then it normally works out. And I think just having that kind of relationship where you both trust each other is very important. It takes a while to get there, but once you get it, it's invaluable. Like that's worth more than anything, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know, it's like, hey, I got you, you got me. We're good.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
you started your own fucking company, man. Look at you. CEO, man. CEO.
Big boy.
Big boy. I probably sound really condescending right now because I'm fucking drunk.
What a little baby boy.
Oh, what a
getting
little
widow
baby
suit.
man.
The big baby boy is
Look
now
at
a
that little
CEO.
baby boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
being
fucking
adult
proud of
is,
you, man.
being adult is realizing you need help and what that means. And
Yeah.
figuring out how to integrate that into your life.
Yeah. I think for me, like doing the whole like clothing company thing, like I think I got very lucky with people who I'm surrounded with in terms of like the company, because like I think it's a matter of like
Okay, go on.
no I was about to
just
say
fucking-
like
I'm an idiot. I just interrupted you mid-sentence. like a fucking toddler because I had a thought. Carry on.
I think it's this whole idea of like I got very blessed with having hired and meeting people who are now responsible for the company who are just way more competent than I am.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
I
who
mean,
are like who are like just on top of their shit, very professional. Like they're still like, you know,
I think you hire good people and you figure out the job afterwards.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a matter of like, you know, I think it's all about like, do you have the pulling power to be able to hire people who are more competent than you? I think that's like the
Are
best.
you not competent?
Dude, compared to my like, dude, at Nonsense, for example, my brand manager and my head designer, infinitely more competent than I am. Like, I would just straight up admit that. Like, those guys are like everything good you're seeing out of the Nonsense right now is because of those guys.
What's the end goal with Nonsense? What are you feeling about?
End goal is to just be able to like do.
You must have had a vision when you started it, right? Like,
Yeah,
what's the
I mean,
vision?
obviously for me, it's just like, you know, I'm like, my end goal with Nonsense is to get to the point where I could be walking the streets of wherever the fuck I am. And I will see someone who walks past me wearing
Korea.
a Nonsense shirt and they don't know who I am.
Why is that what you want?
Cut that,
Because
move
it's
What?
what?
Sorry.
What did you say? What did you-
I'm going ADHD mode. I was just like, I would like to walk the streets of anywhere. And I was like, North Korea.
Leave it in, Rudan.
Leave it in. But I want to get to the point, like,
No.
like for me, because like I've been so, I guess, like weirdly reliant on like the whole Anime Man brand at this point that, like, you know, as of right now,
So it's a mixture of wanting to branch out, but also have a more of a long-lasting effect.
exactly. Like, I want to get to the point where, like, obviously right now, because, you know, our company's like just a year old at this point, right? Like, we started in June
Jesus
last year.
Christ, I feel like it's like 2-3
Yeah,
years old.
we
right
only
now.
started June last year, right? Like, and so it's a very young company, and obviously the majority of the people who are buying my clothes are people who know me or like no trash
You want to get to
taste.
the point where it's not that.
Yeah, I want to get to the point where it's just like people who just think the clothes are fucking cool, and I want to wear those clothes, regardless of who it comes from or what the origins are, can wear it and just get to the point where, like, again, I could be walking the streets of anywhere in the world. I see someone wearing a Nonsense t-shirt and they no fucking idea who I am. I think that's the point. Like, I just want to
Yeah.
make cool shit regardless of where I currently am socially standing, right? Like, so, and, you know, obviously, like, I also want to, like, you know, just, like, make cool shit through that company regardless of what it is, because I've always had that, like, you know, dream to do so. But, like, as of right now, at least my short-term goal is to just, like, kind of expand the brand out to the point where you don't necessarily have to be a fan of me to be able to buy my clothes.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good idea.
And, you know, that's very difficult right now, obviously, you know, kind of branching out from where you currently are to a wider audience. But we're doing our best to try and get to that point. And hopefully next couple of years we'll get to that point. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Why do you sound like John Wick?
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I was trying to.
Sorry, what did you interrupt me on?
That was it.
Okay.
I was like, what's the goal? What's the end goal with nonsense?
How long do you think Trash Taste is going to last?
Wow, we're getting to that point.
Yeah, we're getting to that point.
Well-
Three balls of wine in. Why not? Why
I'm
not?
just
Why
saying-
not?
Okay. What do you?
Okay.
What do you think the end of Trash Taste looks like?
What do I think the end of Trash Taste looks
Do you
like?
think it's one of us get moving on? Do you think it's we all agree? What do you? 'Cause
I have
you've
a
been in
kid.
podcast. You have a kid?
Yeah.
You don't. But the kid needs money, can't? You're gonna be here every goddamn week. You're gonna be like, let's double the output.
Okay. I say that in like half jest because I'm like, to me, like the big kind of like turning point for me is I don't think I'm going to stop being friends with you guys after I have a kid. But I'm like,
Hey guys, Stephen was born.
Yeah,
Fuck you. I'm done.
I have a priority now, and it's
Yeah.
not you guys.
but like when I have a kid, that's like to me, that's like a commitment. You know, I want to not.
You can't hang out with us anymore.
No. Okay, so
You can't come to work every week.
So like you must have gotten a question being like, how long do you see yourself in Japan?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, how long do you see yourself in Japan? And to me, that kind of like
Dictates
crossroads. Sorry.
Yeah, because I think at the moment, I think any of us leave Japan, it's going to be, I imagine there'll be a conversation like,
Yeah.
how do we keep it going? And then
Yeah.
it'll be like, is it worth continuing? How do we want to end it? Yada, yada, yada.
Hold that
Yeah.
thought because I got to piss.
Okay.
Well, we'll just keep talking.
Yeah, we'll just keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah. Because like
I think it's valid. I think that's it. I mean, I think pretending like Trash Taste is going to be a forever thing is dumb.
yeah.
And I think thinking about it is wise.
Yeah, I mean,
what
like
that
trash
means.
taste is like a great thing, a fun thing. Like I'm not like I said,
every show's got to end.
Yeah,
like,
every show,
except
every
Grey's fucking Anatomy, which is like, and Law and Order, which will never end. But
look,
at least in
I
terms of
wanna
our existence.
end on a bang. I don't want to whimper into like a fucking.
Is that the Potaku side of you talking?
No, I wanted Potaku to get even fucking bigger.
And it could have.
Which it could have, and I will stick by that to this day. But it's great because I have Trash Taste now. But like, to
Less
me-
people to split the share. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm fucking with
No, I just want us to make something cool. But like, no, to me, like, when I have a kid, they are going to be top priority. I want them to have.
You're not going to want to.
Yeah.
Ideally.
I would fucking hope so.
You don't.
Yeah. And as
raising
they
a kid
should
in
be.
Japan is.
Yeah, as they should be. There's
I'm
enough
back.
people in the world that have a kid and treat them like a toy or like even like a pet. Like they treat like a pet like more like a toy than like a commitment to like
true.
raise this kid right. And I'm like, I don't want to be that parent. So that's like to me when I decide to have a kid, that's going to be like the commitment. Whether I want to settle down in Japan, whether I think Japan is the best place to raise a kid, I'm still like up in the air about. But like they are going to take top priority from me.
I guess
no matter
that's the
what.
question I have for you two, because like I think in my mind I have a pretty.
You're going to be here forever.
I'm probably going to be here for the
Yeah,
rest
you're
of my
Japanese
life.
though, Joe.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be
Yeah.
here for the
You're
rest of my life.
Nihonjin desu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nihonjin.
but like if Gaijin's being here for like decades has proven anything, like it's not impossible for like complete foreigners to be here for the rest of their life. It's all about a mentality state,
My
right?
ideal scenario is that I've got an insane boatload of cash and I can live between the two countries to my will.
Wait, UK and Japan?
Yeah, like I can't ever see myself living in
That's
America.
one question I wanted to know is that
Fucking
like, do
streamers.
you guys?
What I would love to have that thing of like I fancy being in maybe I live in the UK but I'm like
Yeah.
I fancy 2 months in Japan. I go to my fucking mansion I have in Japan. I order Sebastian to come over and clean the dust because I haven't been here in 6 months. But the ideal is that I'd have I wouldn't have to care about having a fucking house in there and whatever.
Yeah.
And like I just live between the two. Like that's but obviously that's a stupid amount of money and time and whatever. But because I think even if I leave Japan, I think there'll be a part of me that loves Japan dearly and
Yeah.
will want to be here every year.